Hey, it is Tripp from trippadvice.com coming to you with a little bit of a different video today. I wanted to talk about some famous advice that I once heard from a very famous pickup artist. You might have heard of him before. In fact, I think he's either rated the #1 pickup artist in the world, or at the least, he's definitely the most famous pickup artist in the world. His name is Mystery, okay, or AKA Eric Von Markovich. I think that's how it's pronounced. And I've actually met him a few times at some bars in Los Angeles, maybe like 6 or 7 years ago. He's actually a really good guy, really nice guy, very interesting, which you may already know if you've read like books like The Game or you've read The Mystery Method. He teaches a lot of very unique things in terms of meeting girls. And I know that, I don't talk a lot about pickup artists. I don't really speak that language on these videos, but there is one bit of advice that I remember hearing not from him personally, but from something I read of his. And in fact, I wrote it down here because I want to make sure I get it right. It's very simple. I don't know why I wrote it down. It's 3 words, okay? Have a life, okay? Have a life, which I'm going to get to in just a second. But the whole point of this is I just want to tell you that, there are a lot of different types of advice you can get from various people across this industry, and really just from anyone that you can kind of take bits and pieces from, myself included, right? There's some stuff that you're not going to resonate with that I might talk about, but then there's some stuff that you will. And so the key here is to really be able to pick out what hits you the hardest. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that Mystery talks about that I don't really like, I don't really agree with. I'm not going to get into that right now, but I just want to talk to you about have a life. Okay, what an amazing piece of advice. And I think I've even talked about this on some previous videos, and I know that I've heard that before and it kind of seeped into my brain, and then I kind of like spit it out to you so you can kind of learn about it. So I know that it's something I definitely got from him. And think about what that means. Having a life, doing things, being the center of your social group, experiencing. I'm all about experience. I love all different new kinds of experiences. Anything you could think of, I like to try. Not only because it's fun for me, but it gets a lot of interesting stories built up under your belt, right? You can talk to people, anyone, when you've had so many different types of experiences. So think about that. If you have a life, if you go out, if you do things, if you try things, if you take risks, what could that do for you in this whole scheme of your life, right? Having this life. I mean, this goes even far beyond pickup or meeting girls or dating. I mean, this can go into really changing your life for the better because you can make networking connections. You can meet new people. It goes wider than meeting girls, making long-lasting friendships. And just finding something that maybe you're going to be interested, like a new thing that you're interested in, that's just going to have you be happier all the time because you found a new hobby. I mean, there's so many little things that can really come from having a life. And so that's one of the best, maybe one of the best pieces of advice I've ever heard from any of these pickup artists. And there are a lot of different pieces of advice that are good, but this is one that I really just wanted to share with you. So here's what I want you to do. Write in the comments below one thing, just one thing that you're going to do in the next month, okay? So this is easy. I'm not telling you something you're going to do tomorrow, something you'll do in a week, something that you're going to do in the next month that's going to contribute to you having a life. Not just sitting at home, watching TV, not just sitting here and even watching these videos or reading books, but going out and experiencing the world. What's the one thing that you're going to do this month? Write it in the comments. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video.